Hello and welcome to the Volkswagen TV training. Today we deal with the new progressive steering system from Volkswagen.
A conventional steering system, as integrated in the Golf for example, operates with a constant gear ratio. From driving straight ahead to a complete turn of the wheels to the right or left respectively, it requires about 1.5 wheel turns, which are approximately 540 degrees. This leads to a high steering effort. Here, progressive steering brings more comfort in driving.
When driving lots of bends or when parking, the steering wheel has to be turned in a way that is of low comfort to the driver. The wheel may slip, for example, or extreme steering situations may lead to fast wheel turns. These are exactly the situations which are avoided with the new progressive steering system from Volkswagen. Let's have a look at a model and see how the system works in detail. This is a model of our progressive steering system. On the left side, the wheel of the progressive steering system is connected to the gearbox. To compare the two systems, we installed a conventional steering system on the right. If we now move the steering wheel by 360 degrees to achieve a complete turn of the wheels, we can clearly see that on the right 500 degrees are necessary to achieve the same.
While in conventional steering a uniform toothing for the steering ratio of the steering shaft is used, you can see on this dismounted component that in progressive steering toothing is variable. The steering ratio of the new progressive steering is progressively increased within a specific range by means of the variable steering rack toothing. A conventional steering has got a uniform steering ratio which leads to a continuously uniform turn of the wheels. In straight-line driving, the effect of the variable tooth spacing of the steering rack is similar to that of a basic steering system. In progressive steering, a further turn leads to an increasing ratio. By means of the variable steering ratio of progressive steering, the wheels are turned with variable intensity until the full steering angle is achieved. The progressive ratio also demands an increased support of the steering power, which requires the installation of a more powerful electric motor. In practice, this results in a familiar direct steering behavior when driving straight ahead or on country roads. When driving bends, serpentines, or when turning, the driver will notice a gain in dynamic steering performance. When maneuvering or parking, for example, which means that the driver has to turn the wheel very often, progressive steering reduces steering work. As shown in the figure, steering becomes more direct and wheel turns are significantly reduced by means of the increased ratio. Thus, steering becomes much more comfortable.
You can find the new progressive steering system from Volkswagen in the latest versions of the Golf GTI and GTD, for example. Now you have a compact overview of all important information on the progressive steering system from Volkswagen. Enjoy your work and service and have a nice day.